Tomo-chan is a girl starts out with a confession. What? A confession? Already? That was my reaction. Was not expecting that. Tomo tells her longtime friend slash love, June, that she loves him, and he plays it off like, I love you too, bro. But he knew what the hell she meant. So transitioning into the characters. Tomo-chan. She's freakishly strong, athletic, brave, caring, and a fighter. She has a fang just like her mother. I don't know what's with giving girls in anime fangs and weird upper lips. It's funny that it never gets pointed out in the shows. She definitely has a tomboy personality, enjoys video games, sports, competing, and her voice is deep. Thought the show did a good job of displaying her masculine qualities, but not going too overboard with it, still allowing her to show her feminine side and be vulnerable at times. It's hard to hate this character. Throughout the show, she makes attempts to get June to notice her by displaying her girly side, putting on makeup, dresses, changing the tone of her voice. Tomo and June were on a train. This creepy weirdo fuck was groping her. She could have laid him out, but she didn't want June to see that side of her. But June ended up handling it. That's basically the story. It's not super complicated. Tomo loves June. She goes out of her way to get him to notice her as a girl. June, also athletic, brave, a fighter, gamer, can be chill and down to earth. At first I kept going back and forth in my mind. Does he not know that she is a girl? Then there would be these moments. He would get jealous when it came to Tomo's karate club captain, when Tomo's childhood friend began planting this thought of Tomo going out with another guy if June didn't act on trying to be with Tomo. They were both waiting for Tomo and it's raining. After she gets under his skin, he pushes her out into the rain. They just stare at each other and it was kind of an intense moment. Once the show puts a light on June's past, when he first met Tomo, the more he started to hang around Tomo, he's noticed how strong she was and he felt as if he was getting stronger as well. But then one day these kids took his video game from him. Tomo finds the little turds, gets the game back. June gets upset, saying that she could have gotten hurt, or he could have gotten hurt because he didn't know that she was a girl at the time, all the way up until, I believe, their first year in middle school. And Tomo responds by saying, I'm paraphrasing, isn't that what friends do for each other? They help each other out. June felt bad because he couldn't have done what she did for him, so he decided to become stronger by taking karate classes from her father. He lets Tomo borrow his game and makes a promise that he'll get it back from her once he feels that he's strong enough, or stronger than her. I really enjoyed that aspect of the show. Seeing the way June looks at Tomo. Tomo looks at June as the love of her life, whereas June looks at Tomo as a rival, or someone that he is trying to catch up to. For me, it felt that June was the main character of the show, because I started wondering, how is he going to treat Tomo? Is he going to push her away a little bit until he feels that he is on her level? How would that affect their relationship? How hurt will Tomo be if he does start putting her to the side? But that didn't happen. June started looking at her in a different light finally. June ends up confessing to Tomo. Eventually they kiss and become one. Carol Olston, the character with a normal name that I can't pronounce. Carol is British and rich, and she comes off as a ditzy, airheaded girl, but she's really smart. She talks in a baby voice. She has a long relationship with Tomo's karate club captain. She's in love with him. I like that the show didn't give her the typical rich, spoiled, mean girl that treats everyone like shit and looks down on people, and have her parents never pay any attention to her. She has a good relationship with her mother. Her mother told her to always smile, which is why she seems like she only has one emotion. Carol just wants to have friends, and now getting into the love of her life, Kosuke Misaki. Pretty good guy, kind of a wimp, except when it comes to Carol. Throughout the show, he does start to improve himself. He also starts taking karate classes as well. He has known Carol all of his life. He confesses his love to her, but they're cousins. When they were first introduced in the show, they mentioned that they would play pretend marriage. I didn't think that they would actually get married, I'm assuming in the future, because it's anime, you know? When somebody meets somebody at the age of 5, that person ends up being the husband or the wife. So yeah, I thought that was weird, but I'll say this. Despite the fact that they are cousins, there was another confession, so I'll give kudos to that. And last but not least, Misuzu Gundo, Tomo's longtime childhood friend. Her and June have a back and forth dynamic with one another. They like to get under each other's skin. That started when Tomo began hanging around him. Dark persona, a bit of a loner, cold, manipulative, and you could say that she's kind of an asshole, seeing how she would mistreat Carol at times. I think that people would probably say those things about her, but for me personally, I never felt that her heart was in the wrong place despite all of her flaws. I never looked at her as this awful human being. She would show signs of affection. She would feel bad when she upset Carol. She felt bad after realizing she should have just told Tomo to just be herself rather than give her advice on how to be more of a girl. Gundo was worried about feeling left out if Tomo and June got together. It's not like empathy and vulnerability are unknown qualities for her. And also she dated June for like 3 days. So my overall rating for the show is an 8 out of 10. It was good. This show shattered my expectations. When I first saw this show, I thought it was LGBTQ or some T-gender type of BS. I'm like, I'm not watching this, but it kept showing up on my Crunchyroll homepage. So I said, screw it, I'll watch it. Then I'll come on here and talk about it. And as I said, it was good. Not a whole lot of animes make me laugh like this one did. My favorite episode was when June and Tomo first met. The show doesn't beat around the bush. There were 2 confessions, or I guess you can say 3. Tomo saying that she loves June, June saying that he loves her, and then you got the weird confession between Carol and Misaki, right? That's his name? Misaki? Yeah. These characters were honest with each other in season 1, and that's okay. If the purpose of a show is to see 2 characters be with each other, then don't drag it out. Rent a girlfriend, you hear me? Sorry. Then don't drag it out. I think a confession should be made within the first 3 seasons. It shouldn't go past that, because at some point it's going to be like, okay, what's taking so long? Is Kazuya and Chizuru together? If there's any manga readers out there that comes across this video, please tell me in the comment section. But now that June and Tomo are together, going forward, I think the show is going to be even better, because you're going to see them at their highest and their lowest together. And it's going to be even more interesting when they hit their lowest, because their relationship will be tested. You're going to see how they act and respond to certain situations. And it's probably going to look like they're going to break up, air quote. And maybe they do break up, and then eventually getting back together. So I think you're going to get better episodes from here on out, assuming that the show comes out with a season 2 someday. I don't watch a lot of rom-coms or love animes in general, but I think that Kaguya Love is War is the best love anime that I've seen, and I think a lot of people consider it to be number 1 in the love department. But if this show is executed right, I think that it could surpass Kaguya. So that's just my take. Please like and subscribe. That is it. I am out.